Alright. So this is a design that I wanted to work on. And that I could and should probably work on more. I'll explain in a moment. I wasn't showing anything because, one, it's incomplete. And two, I didn't want to, it's not like I'll ever be able to manufacture things anyway. Who knows? Didn't feel like design being stolen, but, somebody's probably made it out there. And I don't know all that super much about machining, whatever. Somebody smarter could probably finish it off. I mean, I'll work on it, but basically, it's a Leatherman for welders, like specifically designed for welders. I want to try working on it. It's just in the basic prototype without most of the tools attached. I want to make the handles out of stainless. The only pieces I had were like these L-shaped pieces. They were about yay long or what have you for handles, but I didn't bother TIG welding another piece on it. So now it's rusty. I need TLC to be finished. And I'll get to this in a minute. I should have left like a slanted portion here, so this striker still fit down when it folded, but still had more support in the handles. And the handles could be shorter too. But anyway, yeah, it's got a pair of, oh hey kitty, it's doing nice. A pair of Welpers in it. Welper MIG pliers in it, and it also has a striker. If I can fold out, I know camera work is kind of shaky. I'm trying to remember if I can fold this out. Sorry, no, I can't. I was gonna say fold it out around this and close up the handles, but I know it's all over the place. I'm trying to one-hand it. Needs some work, but anywho, the striker was supposed to fold into the handle. This folds up into something about that size. Every other things are supposed to be on it. Options like depth gauge, flathead screwdriver. Welper's already got that. Scribe, soapstone holder, torch tip cleaners, wire brush, maybe torch striker, knife with serrated blade, Allen wrench, which is sized to kind of the universal stinger. Like whenever you have to put on a new cable, there's an Allen, hex bolt, hex nut, what have you. And the handle you have to loosen up to put a new cable on. Electrode diameter hole things in the back. Maybe conversion slide thing on it. So I had some of the stuff in here, like this little tiny thing. Focus, or not. I thought about like putting that on the back of it or something. Like, see, it's got a little tiny measurement scale in the back. We have a file. I've got a file. You can like take one of those and fold it into there. You got your hex keys, all sorts of stuff. And in theory, this could be like customized to any sort of welder. You have like a TIG version, a stick version, MIG version, and then you could have your universal version, one for everything. Strike torches, you can use. It's a really cool idea, but I haven't entirely implemented it yet, as seen. One of my friends suggested, like hooking up like a local, whatchamacall, guy, a machinist or something, like working on a design. And I think that would be a cool idea. Okay, yeah, name-wise. So, you can't just, like, call it anything, I guess. I'm thinking, like, the welder's helper, in theory, if this became a thing, which I actually don't know. But welder's helper is also a position in some job sites, manufacturing places, whatever, where somebody's welding. The welder's helper does grinding and stuff. Since that's already a thing, I didn't want to name it that. And the Welpers, that's already a thing too. So I decided eventually with Weldpers, Weldpers. And why that? Well, the story behind that is towards the end of the year welding class, we were organizing stuff on shelves. We had our grinders, our wire brushes, our rod stubs, etc., etc. And there was a shelf for the Weldpers, these things. So, never welding instructor made the sign on the CNC cutter, Weldpers. It auto-corrected it to Weldpers, Weldpers, which isn't a word, but it was slight enough it didn't go noticed until later, and the sign was thrown out. But I thought it was kind of funny. I named it that just because I could. Yeah, a little sad looking here. I wish it was something more. I want it to be something more. It took me forever to figure out the exact amount of little overhang I needed for it to sit on there, and these would need replaced with something better than just washers and nuts and bolts and stuff. But yeah, that's something, I guess.